Right, so this is how to make quite a simple bottle mouse trap. Now I reckon you could do this with pretty much any kind of tube or whatever. What you could either put a hinge with a lid on or a hinged lid on it. I think you could make this definitely exactly the same, but it's easy to do it with a bottle, and being a clear bottle you can kind of see the insides of it as well. So all you're going to need is a bottle. Now a square bottle's easier because when you cut through you can leave quite a lot, well, the whole bottom part as a hinge, whereas a round bottle you may only get a small part of it. A stick carved like this, or similar to that, a piece of string, a piece of wire, some elastic or elastic bands, and you might need some pegs because we're going to have to peg this in place, but I'll do that bit afterwards, but I'll show you this bit first. Oh, I did also forget to mention this, you're going to need that. So first of all I'm going to make a hole in each end. Now first hole, or the hole in the lid, it's only got to be small. That'll do it, even that'll do it. Tiny little cut like that. And the second one has got to be big enough for this to fit through it. Obviously you could use a drill or whatever you've got. So I might actually use a drill. So really it's quite a simple trap. And like I said, you could make this out of any type of tube, but you could put a lid on it. So a hole at the back and a hole there. If that don't fit, we can always adjust it. Right, so now we want to cut this down to create a hinge on it. That's about it. Right, so now you want to take your piece of wire, stick it through the hole in the lid, grab it if you can. You could use string for this part, but I reckon it's better to use wire because this is going to be inside the trap and it's going to hold the trap shut while your animal, mouse, whatever's in here. So it's going to be held shut by this piece of wire. So if you have string, it could chew it and then get out of it. That's why I'm using wire. Now I'm wrapping a bit of wood around it, wrapping it around a bit of wood, I mean. And that's how we've got it. Right, now you want to get this, the other end of the wire, and see if you can get it down to the other hole. Stick it through there as well. And essentially, that is how it's going to work. So now, you want to kind of hold the door closed and attach, have a bit of slack or have it coming through a bit more so that when it's forward, it's going to be open. And then attach part of it to the trigger stick. So it can still sit there, but there's plenty of slack on it. And then when it comes out and it's pulled back, I pull the lid shut. Right, now you want to tie a piece of string on this end of the trigger stick. Alternatively, you could do this, but instead of having it tied here, you could tie it at the top here, so it'd pull it like that from this part rather than there, but that's entirely up to you. Now, all this part is going to be is to hold the elastic or the elastic bands. And then we can put a couple of elastic bands on there. Now in a minute, all we probably need is a couple of pegs and somewhere to put this. So I've just adjusted this part and I've put it here rather than here, so to show you can do it both ways.